Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Lynn Renee McDonald here in coming to you live from Elkton, Maryland. This weekend I'm at Cecil College. I'm doing two really big talk events for free, and one is about the new transformational energy work that I'm doing, and the other is about the connection between humans and animals and how they're different and so it's gonna be really cool weekend. Anyways, for tonight on YouTube, what Spirit is guiding me to talk to you about is what were you telling me today, Spirit? We were talking about okay. With 2019, what is happening is things are manifesting so quickly, super quick. All right, so with super quick manifestation, lots of things is going on. We're putting stuff out there. So with 2019, God creation year, here is why this is so important. Listen and watch what is happening in your life. Because in this video here, we're going to talk about how things are working and things are flowing when it is the right thing for you to do. When you've asked God for something, all right? When you ask Spirit for something and you create it and you go into your reality and you create it, you listen to your intuition. You listen from in your heart space, okay? And it works with your head space, all right? And you listen to your intuition, which is guided from up here, okay? This intuition is your knowing. It's your knowing for what to do when you ask Spirit to create something. All right. They lead you in the direction that you need to go for whatever it is that you're asking God to create. Trust that. All right. People come to me all the time and they're like, well, I don't know. I don't know what to do next. I feel like I'm stuck. I don't know how to change it. All right. So this is something I hear all the time. And then they say to me, well, I don't know which direction. I feel like if I go here, I feel like if I go there, or maybe I should do this. All right. Spirit, your soul will guide you to exactly what you need to do, and you will know by how it feels. How does it feel for you? If it doesn't feel good, or you're not sure about it, or you just don't know, or it's foggy, or it's like, all right, you don't do it. Okay. And if you do, a really great way to know if you're heading in the right direction of your dreams and what you ask God to happen. Okay. A really great way to know that is when in your reality things flow. Okay, things start to really happen in the direction that you want them to go. Okay, so to give you some examples, all right, of situations in my life and that I see with my clients' lives, if you are, the very first thing is, if you're trying too hard and things aren't working for you and you're fighting it and you're trying to figure out ways around it and you're trying to open doors that aren't open and you're trying to get in that space or work something out with somebody because you're trying to do a business, or it's just, and you're just not coming together, and then the phone calls start, or you can't hook up phone wise, or the communication is messed up. All right, remember this. These are all the things that happen to stop you, to tell you in earth 3D world reality that this is not working for you. It is not the direction you need to go with or in with what you've asked God for. It is not an alignment. Okay. So when those things start to happen, there are true signs in earth world reality to show you and tell you that you're not going where you need to be going, because when you are, things flow. Okay. Like to give you an example, if I go to an event and it's meant to be, the weather is usually going to be great, but if it's not, like this weekend, there's supposed to be a snowstorm in Maryland and where I am, or around where I am, and slush and all this stuff. If I wasn't supposed to be going, Spirit would be like, hey, don't do this. You're not going this weekend. Or they would show me signs in earth world reality, say, hey, it's snowing, or it's going to snow. And they'll give me visions and ideas about, to show me whether I should be going or not. Do you see? But overall, I'm also on top of that, I'm going to have a feeling. I'm going to have they always talk to me in voices, but I'm also going to have a feeling in my heart. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going this weekend. I don't know if this is the right thing for me, but ultimately I'm going to bring it to source. The answer is going to come to me. Hey God, should I go? Many times I'll barely even ask her. I'll just think the question for a split second. Should I go? And before I even finish the question, boom, the information comes in. The answer is no, or the answer is yes. All right. However, also what happens too is many times when I do go, it's because I'm being guided by my soul to go. And I just know on a subconscious level, and my soul just runs the ship, drives the car, takes me to where I'm supposed to be. All right. And all of those things are in alignment with things that are working and will work for you. Okay. So these are ways of knowing how you're going in the right direction with what you're asking and creating and manifesting. So you're not wasting your time on stuff you shouldn't be doing, and on bridges that are not going to take you to where you want to go, and doors that are not open. Okay. Things like that. Okay. So when I do a show or event, that's the very first thing I go. I plan it. Hey God, should I do this one? Hey God, what should I do? Should I do this show? Should I do this event? Should I do a talk here? And it will flow. Okay, people will not, to give you an idea, it'll flow easy. They'll accept my contract. They'll accept my money. It won't be a big challenge. There won't be all these contradictions. There won't be miscommunications. There won't be, having to refill out paperwork and redo everything and hash everything over and over and over and over and prove yourself and all this crap. Because when that stuff happens, it is not your destiny. It is not in alignment with God's source, love, energy, and what you've asked God for. Okay? It's just not. Okay? So this is how things really work. All right. So this happens in shows and events. Like right now, I have this one event where the people are asking me for all these credentials and all this stuff in alignment with that. They're like, they saw me at an event. I told them I wanted to do classes with them and teach at their place, right? And then all of a sudden, I went down there and they saw my classes and they're like, wow, I went to where this place was, and they loved my classes. They love how I teach. They love what I'm about. They love what I do, right? And they're like, we really want you to teach here. And I'm like, great. Because I'm like, I want to teach here too. My job is to get all over, to change the world. And that's what I want to do. And I'm cool with that, right? So before you know it, they got all of this shit that they're sending me. Hey, you have to do this. You have to do that. You have to do this. What are your credentials? What is this? And then before you know it, I've spent more damn time than on any other event I've ever fucking been at, right? To please these people. And I'm sitting here scratching my head going, what the fuck? They're sitting here telling me, oh, well, you're a channel. Well, how do we know that you don't make that shit up? And I'm like, that's what I'm like. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, yeah. I said, basically I was like, is it not enough that I have a shop and a center and I go all over the country and I do what I say and I do paid for events and ticketed events and I do a ton of shit for free meaning guided by spirit to help people, right? This is what I am about. This is what my soul is about. I'm super successful. Is this not enough? I have a YouTube channel. I'm on social media all the time. I work this job, this love energy being position or space that I'm in with God, that I'm here to do in this life, right? Is that not enough? Don't you feel it in your heart? The authenticity of me and what I do after seeing me teach, seeing my YouTube, seeing my shop, seeing my center, hearing from other people, word of mouth, reading my channelings. What more fucking proof do these people need, right? Think about that. So here I am saying, yeah, I'm going to work for you. And then all this shit happens. And then they're reevaluating the classes that I sent them over and over. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, yeah, this is a good lesson for me. This isn't the direction I want to go in. Who gives a fuck what state you're in, what center you have? If you're not in alignment with love energy and you don't get it, you're certainly not going to be in alignment with me. And then you're going to be asking me all these crazy fucked up questions like they are, and doing all this credential shit like they are. Like there's a fucking school for psychics, and there's a fucking school for mediums, and there's a fucking school for healers, and maybe nowadays there's ones that are starting to open up and come out, and they give you a certificate that says you are this. Who the fuck are these schools to tell you who you are and who you know that you are with God? Who the fuck are they? Think about that. All right. Now I know I'm very passionate about this, okay? So I get it. However, back to the main story here, all right? The main story is if the people and the things in your life that have come into your life and you think they're in alignment with what you've asked God for, if things like this crazy shit start to happen to you, like what I just talked about was my story, because the truth is, I'm right on the edge and I'm like, should I work with these people? Should I not? And the people who are in alignment with me, they're like, really, Lynn? Are you really going to go work with these people? What are you, fucking nuts? Because it's not. The truth is, it's not in alignment with me. It's not. And that's okay, because spirit will bring me the next greatest thing that is in alignment with me. So when things get fucked up, there's a reason for that. When things don't work out, there's a reason for that. Trust. Love energy that is God. Have your faith in that. You don't know what's going on, you ask Source. You don't know who you are, you ask Source. You feel like you're stuck, you ask Source. You ask Source to change it. You ask Source for what you need. You ask God or love energy for everything. And you'll know in your reality by what weirdo shit is going on, or what stuff is just not lining up. Communications get all messed up, and it happens over and over. And then before you know it, an event or a thing that should be simple and flowing isn't flowing. And when it's not flowing, it is not for you. So this is super important for your manifestation year for 2019. Okay, so you don't waste a lot of this time, this really awesome project you forward manifestation energy. So you don't waste your time, all right, doing things that are not in alignment with that, right? And remember, everything is in alignment with love energy that is God. But you will feel when it's not for you, because crazy shit will happen in your reality. But you will feel it, you will feel it in your soul. You will see it out here. You will see it in consecutive over and over. Weirdo stuff that isn't in alignment, isn't simple, isn't easy, doesn't flow. That's how you know if your dreams are here and are meant to happen and are happening. It flows. And any challenges you have, you bring to God. Challenges meaning overall, it shouldn't really even be a challenge when you're in alignment with your dreams and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. All right. And if you're always working with God or love energy, you will know exactly what that is. You will be exactly in alignment, and everything will flow in the best way. And when it doesn't, it's like what I call like a hiccup, a miniature roadblock, but not huge shit like this where people start saying, what are your credentials and who the fuck are you? And how do we know that your channeling isn't just telling people shit that isn't true? How do we know this? And I'm like, really? When you start to question yourself, you really got to say, okay, meaning question yourself, meaning question what you're doing and why you're doing it. That's huge red flag, huge. As well as all these other things. When it doesn't feel right, spirit is flat out talking to me like I'm talking to you. They're like, hey, Lynn, that's not a good idea. Don't do this. Don't go here. Don't do this or do this, right? We want you to do this. But your soul is always hooked up and knows. And when you really get in the God flow, you just go and do it. Really cool shit. And then things magically work out magically, super magically. All right. Like I'll be at a show and I'll have a shit ton of people at my class and we vibe and they vibe with me and it goes wonderful and everything's in alignment. And I have tons of work and tons of spiritual work and tons of reading and energy work and teaching and selling and working with people and just all great things from love is what happens when I'm in alignment with an event and what I should be doing, and with anything and everything in my life. It just flows. Doesn't mean there isn't going to be challenges, but when they are, they're way more tinier and way easier. And when they're in alignment with spirit, okay, you just go to source and you know how to handle everything. Okay, and just in case for those challenges. But the big shit is the stuff that happens over and over, and you just know, and it blocks you from getting where you want to go. And that's how you know shit isn't manifesting, and it's not the path that you should be on for your dreams. So you ask God, hey, where is that path? What am I not seeing? Where do I go from here? Please bring it to me now. And then you let go and let God, and the best way for me and all, or something better. And thank you, God, for that for me. Okay, have a fantastic weekend, everybody. If you're on the East Coast and you're heading for this snowstorm, ask Spirit to be safe and happy and enjoy it. Have the best time, and that everybody is from love in this space, if they so desire it. And thank you, God, for that for us. And be safe, and we'll talk with you soon, and probably in a day or so. All right, take care.